Hello YouTube, my name is Monty, Pikes and Avocados on Instagram. I'm going to do my first YouTube video. To summarize, I want to build up to doing a goth lifestyle vlog mixed with veganism. Those are my two passions in life. So we're gonna just do a raw video here, nothing fancy. Gonna do a goth tag where I just answer about like 10-ish questions about the subculture and my experience with it. So let's get started. So, how long have you been goth? I first got into it, interested in it when I was like 11 or 12 in like 6th grade. I discovered Hot Topic. I got a gift card and I spent my whole thing there on Invader Zim stuff. Nerdy, but true. But I really got into it when I was like 14. I discovered The Cure, and I was in love, and I just started, doing internet research and following rabbit trails of music on Yahoo Music, and this music video block on VH1 Classic called The Alternative, and I just discovered all these bands. And yeah, so 14, let's say, that's about, I had to think about how old I was, like 13 years? Man, time flies. Man. How were you introduced to goth? So there's many things. Once again, discovering The Cure kind of got it on my radar. But before that, going back further, when I was 8, I was sitting in the food court at the mall, and 2 girls and a guy walked by, and they were dressed in romantic goth outfits. The girls had corsets, and the guy had like a frilly shirt and a cape, and I just thought they were the coolest people in the world. Oh my gosh, I was mystified. I wanted to be them. What else? Discovering the show Invader Zim, the soundtrack. I hadn't heard anything like that before, and it kind of just, I was very interested, and I went to the Invader Zim website. It was a fan website, and I listened to all the songs over and over again when I was home alone. So, also, when in a talent show in elementary school, this girl did some very dramatic dance to "Head Like a Hole" by 9 Inch Nails. A lot of sitting on the ground in a trench coat, pounding the air, and just being very dramatic. And it's cheesy to look back on now, but I was just very blown away by it. Yeah. I think that's everything. Moving onward. What gothic subculture would you put yourself in? So, I bounce around. My favorite is trad goth. But lately I've been doing a lot of new goth stuff just because I'm lazy and it's good for casual wear. It's actually 1 o'clock in the morning right now. Can't sleep. So I'm wearing a comfy Killstar sweatshirt thing. And I don't know, it's just good for if you don't want to think about your outfit. What else? I kind of bounce around, and I like to do Victorian stuff during the winter when it's colder. And I just want to be fancy. And the things I don't experiment with is I don't like cybergoth. It's not my thing. I just don't think vinyl will look good on me, to be honest. So, what do you believe to be the basis of the gothic subculture? So, there's a lot of things like clothing and movies, but I think the main things are literature and music. Dating back to Frankenstein and Dracula and Jane Eyre's Wuthering Heights. Poe, of course. I don't think he's not really considered goth, but I like H.P. Lovecraft. Definitely has some inspiration in the goth culture. Music, it all started with punk and just kind of got built off from there. But actually, dating back even further, I think it started with glam. But yeah, music. It's all about music, in my opinion. What do you dislike about being goth? There's not a lot of things I dislike. I don't really like going out in public and, you know, it's weird. I dress up, but I don't like being the center of attention. And I don't like people that, like, stare at me or make rude comments. Like, I went to Mystic Fest last weekend, and I had, like, 2 people comment saying I was creepy. And I wasn't even wearing anything weird. What was I even wearing? I had some ripped jeans and my collar, and it was all black, and it was just, I don't know what was creepy about it, but apparently it bothered some people. I don't know. I also don't like, sometimes regular guys, like bros, will, like, make a fetish out of the whole goth thing. Like, ooh, it's a suicide girl. And, you know, not to knock them or anything, but it's not me. And, or like, I remember when I was going to school and I was at Iowa State, I was on the shuttle bus and I look over and this guy was like staring at my legs. I was wearing fishnets and he just was staring, and it's like, can you stop? So it was really awkward. So yeah, those are the 2 things I don't like. What do your parents think of it? They don't. They're just used to it at this point. I remember when I first started, they were kind of worried, but then I was also very depressed and emotional, and I think they just kind of thought it was because of the goth thing, but now they're just realizing that's just who I am, and they don't have a problem with it. My mom actually likes when I get dressed up. So, yeah. Eyebrows or no eyebrows? So I'm actually the only friend in, I'm not a friend, but I'm the only person in my friend group who doesn't have their eyebrows shaved. Which you probably can't tell because the light's kind of drowning out my eyebrows, but I do have very light brown eyebrows. And I just don't think I'd look good with the no eyebrow look. Plus, I've worked so hard to get a good shape for my eyebrows over the years that I don't want to mess it up. So, my answer is both, but on me, eyebrows. What is your favorite band? So I've mentioned a few times now, The Cure. I love The Cure so much. Robert Spencer seems like a very nice, genuine person, and I wish he was my uncle, to be honest. So yeah, and just their lyrics, you know, they have some of the saddest and some of the happiest songs at the same time, and I just love them. I've seen them 3 times in concert. Very magical times. Yeah, my other favorites are, I love Nick Cave. Be Still My Heart, Nick Cave. You know, and he's a twat, but Morrissey and the Smiths. It's getting really hard to defend Morrissey these days, so, you know. What else? My guilty pleasures are My Chemical Romance and Ghost. So, yeah. Let's see. Your opinion on Marilyn Manson. I know he's not technically goth, but I love him. He's my daddy. Daddy Manson. But, I don't know. I love the style. Obviously, I love the music. But, I will say, though, I saw him in concert, like, 7 years ago. And I was a little disappointed. Just not the same as 90s Manson. Not that I'd know, because I didn't see him in the 90s, but, yeah. But no. Manson. What were your baby bat days like? Awkward. Emotional. But that's just kind of being a teenager, too, so, you know, whatever. I have a couple outfits I regret. Yeah, looking back at pictures. You know, but no, you know, it's weird. Everything that wasn't goth was like a phase, when people usually say goth's a phase, so that's funny. Like, I remember when I was a senior, I went through a colors phase. I went through like a Harajuku phase. I was a weeaboo, and it's embarrassing. But, you know, I fell back into the goth thing, and I've just kind of stuck with it since. No, that's not true. I went through, like, when I was 21, I had like a hipstery phase. Like, I was wearing a lot of vintage clothes. But then once again, I fell back into the goth thing, and it was all good again. And that is it. You know, I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, it's okay. I'm gonna try and make some more videos, make them a little nicer, where I'm not sitting in the corner by my wardrobe and my shoes. Something fancy. But yeah. Good night.